Some of y'all are gonna be real surprised to hear me say this, but I have found having a higher protein, more fat breakfast and less carbs is honestly the way to go. It's so true. Like, you don't get that carb crash, because I like to work out like after I eat breakfast. So I'm gonna do 3 scrambled eggs and Greek yogurt with probably like half of this mango, blueberries, and maybe chia seeds. Already had some coffee, and y'all, please let me know what is the best way to make just like a strong cup of coffee. This little coffee maker just keeps getting clogged. This tastes horrible. I'm gonna put some onion and jalapeno in the eggs. So pre-workout, 3 scrambled eggs with some jalapeno and onion. And then we have non-fat plain Greek yogurt. That's the one you want to get because it's the highest in protein, lowest in fat, no sugar, and then some mango and blueberries and chia seeds. So I'm gonna go to the gym after this. Of course, drink my water. I don't take pre-workout or anything. Sometimes I'll take BCAAs, but I think I'm out right now and that's not really like a must-have for me. So yeah, I want to do legs, abs, and cardio today. So okay, y'all, so for lunch, I really need to get groceries, and usually I have something prepared for lunch. Like, that's my main kind of meal prep, because honestly, lunch be annoying. It's like, why am I so hungry? This is like ruining my productivity, but whatever. So I need to get groceries, so we're just scrounging up what I have. I have 2 cans of light tuna. I do not like the light tuna, so we're gonna use both cans. I also had a little bit of pasta, but literally, like, this is all the pasta I have left. I don't know why did I have that much left? So I'm just gonna cook up the tuna, and we're gonna season it with, you know, some garlic powder, some of this. I have some bell pepper, a little onion, but I don't know if I want onion in it. And then I have mixed greens and some cheddar cheese. So this is a super easy, cheap meal. It does not take that much time, and it's just great when you need to like use up what's around. So this is definitely a she's not beautiful, but she's loyal. I mean, honestly, it looks good, like, and it is very flavorful because we seasoned her, so it's not like fishy, you know, it's like flavorful. Look at the steam. And I have my little salad with just red wine vinegar and black pepper, skinny. It's like a struggle meal, like when you literally have no groceries in the fridge, but it's bomb. This is hella protein too. So for dinner, I'm gonna make chicken, and I don't know if you guys remember, but I posted this chicken on my Instagram story a while ago, and a lot of you guys replied and were shook, period. So I'm gonna show you how I made it. I started in the morning, so this clip is from the morning marinating it. You wanna do this in the morning or the night before so it has time to marinate. So I'm just taking a Sazon packet. If you guys have a recommendation for one that does not have red 40 in it, but I'm just using it up. Okay, I used 2 of those actually because this was a big pack of chicken thighs. I recommend you guys get chicken thighs bone in, honestly, way more flavor. I was always like a chicken breast girly, and I mean, still love a chicken breast, but this is just way more cost effective, and I just feel like better, like juicier, especially with the bone. I'm gonna add some garlic powder, some oregano, the juice of an entire lime. Oop. It was garlic and onion powder for sure. Adobo. This is the onion powder, babes. And a little splash of white vinegar. Okay? And then that lime. And that's what is really gonna make it nice and juicy and not get a weird, you know, rubbery texture or anything. So you're just gonna go in, and I forgot to mention I did clean these before. It's very controversial on whether or not people wash their meat. But I did do that also. FYI, so I'm just going in and making sure all the seasoning is fully, engulfed, or each chicken thigh is fully engulfed in the seasoning, should I say. And again, you want to let this sit like either all day, but I mean, you could literally do 30 minutes if you want, but if you really want that flavor, you're gonna have to do it all day or overnight. So then this is 8 hours or whatever later, and I actually cooked these in the air fryer. And you can do it on the stovetop or in the oven. I just feel like the air fryer, number one, obviously so convenient. You can just walk away. But I also just feel like it really gets that almost grilled vibe where it will be super duper crispy on the outside, which is how I like it, and then super juicy and just nice on the inside. And I don't know, sometimes it just feels like a waste to turn my whole oven on, especially in the summer. Like, nobody has time for that. And on the stovetop, it's like I have to be watching it, which is fine if I'm in the mood for that, but sometimes I just want to put it in. So I have the Ninja air fryer, and I put it at 400 degrees for about 18 minutes, and then I go in once that goes off and flip them all and do it again. Oh, I did 15 minutes. All right, so 15. So this is the first time taking them out. As you can see, they're getting nice and crispy, and then I'm just going to go ahead and flip them over. And this is all you have to do. You don't have to constantly be like watching it, which again, it's fine. If I'm in the mood to do that, I'm going to do it. But if it's just a weeknight, like whatevs, I just want to eat. And also I like that I can do multiple, meal prep for the week. So I actually did 15 minutes, and then I decided it needed a little longer. So then on the next turn, I did 20 minutes, and this is at 400 degrees, and it just got that perfect crispy vibe. So in the meantime, I'm going to make my white rice and my green beans, because this is also what I had in my fridge. This is a little while after. I did the green beans right towards the end of when the rice was almost done, and then I think the chicken at this point was done, and it was just sitting. You definitely want to let your meat rest. And I'm just sauteing the green beans with a little olive oil and salt. Throughout this whole thing and just in life, I don't really count the oil that I use to saute, which, I mean, if you're really trying to lose weight or whatever, like, do that. But it's like, some things I just don't, like, if I was eating deep fried food, I don't know, but I just love the vibe of a lightly sauteed veggie in olive oil with a little sea salt. It's so bomb. And this is just a very good meal, So I'm having my avocado. I love white rice and avocado. So look at how nice and crispy those came out. So good. And I had a couple more left over, actually, that I was just going to let them keep marinating in the fridge until I was going to make them the next day. So I did 2 chicken thighs, my rice. I think I usually do like a fourth of an avocado on the rice, and then the green beans. And this was more green beans than I would typically make, but it was kind of towards the end of the bag, and it was like, it didn't make sense to just leave a little bit, and I love a veggie, so yeah, look at how good that looks, you guys. And the chicken has no oil on it. I did not marinate it in any oil. I did not put any oil on it, so it's just amazing that the air fryer lets it get that crispy. It was so good. Like, y'all have got to try this out. Look at that. Like, bomb. I do love an air fryer for specific things. I'm not one to always, throw something in the air fryer, but when it comes through, it comes through. So I didn't film this the other night because it was late and I was like just trying to. So I've been watching The Bear. I had never seen it, so I'm like caught up to season 3 now. But my recent thing at the end of the day is I watch The Bear and I eat a little Greek yogurt with berries and raw honey in my bed. So y'all know, like, I had this in the morning, non-fat plain Greek yogurt. If I have this at night, like as a dessert, I will add a little raw honey. But my friend put me on to this one, the Siggy's. This is the real vanilla one. This has 16 grams of protein, which is similar to the Chobani one. It has really good ingredients and it's sweetened with agave nectar. So I think I'll probably stick with the Chobani non-fat plain one because it has 0 sugar and I can add raw honey if I want. But this is definitely like good. It has 9 grams of sugar, which honestly just seems, not that that's like necessarily high, but it seems a little high for just to me it's almost the same amount of sweetness as that one, so I'd rather just have that one and add fruit. But anyway, sometimes if I'm having a little craving, I'll add some dark chocolate. I'll typically also have this with either like a sleepy time tea, a chamomile tea, or a peppermint tea, and that's just so good after dinner. So good for your digestion. First of all, mint tea is. This has probiotics and it's high protein, so you're gonna sleep good, you know? Look how good, you guys, and I will literally eat this in my bed. Again, sometimes I'll add dark chocolate, some raw honey, but this should do it for now. So that is pretty much everything I eat in a day. And now let's go to a little section, if you're interested, where I just talk about how to incorporate more protein, how to get more fit, toned, lose fat, gain muscle, all of that. So now I want to talk a little bit about how I have been losing fat, gaining muscle, kind of honestly like maintaining my weight. So I've talked about before how when I moved to New York, I automatically almost lost like a lot of weight. At the time, this was mostly due to stress, but since, you know, acclimating and making a few lifestyle changes, I still weigh a lot less, and I just feel like I'm built different than when I lived in LA. A huge contributor is getting more steps every day, living in a walkable city. So basically, y'all, it really just comes down to calories in versus calories out. With that being said, I also put a huge emphasis on my protein intake. In order to build muscle, you need to be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body fat. So if you weigh 130 pounds, you need to be eating 130 grams of protein each day. As you guys can tell from this video, I'm honestly not a big snacker. I feel like I used to be more, and I think now that is due to just having so much more protein during each meal. So I typically don't really feel the urge to snack. However, sometimes I do, so I will if, you know, I want something. Like right now, I just made a mini quesadilla, like with taco sized tortillas. Y'all know we love to talk about our beverages. I think a huge reason a lot of people have trouble losing weight is it really comes down to those little habits each day. If you're drinking soda, if you're getting a large matcha every day, if you're just getting a large latte, you think you're being skinny with a matcha, but the amount of sugar that goes into that, and I don't know what kind of milk you're having, and it's not about restricting yourself, but especially if you do have specific goals like losing weight or just having a more athletic, toned build, you have to take all of these things into consideration. I actually was thinking about this recently. If you guys remember when I stopped being vegan, one of the main points for me was that I just would never feel satiated, so I would just eat and eat and eat, and my stomach would feel so full, but I just still had that feeling that I wanted to eat. And no wonder I was eating only carbs basically. And now it's actually shocking how, I don't want to say like how little food I need, because I don't mean it like that, but it's just like I'll stay full because I'm eating high protein foods and they actually satiate me. I know a lot of you, I was gonna say girlies, but I feel like a lot of people struggle with gut health. I have to say, y'all, if you struggle with gut health and you are eating processed foods, like these weird like healthy foods or meat alternatives, or, you know, like candies that are, oh, it's like 0 calories, they have just like weird processed ingredients. Yeah, that's fine once in a while if you like that, but in general, humans are not supposed to be eating like that, you know? And so many people have these gut health issues and IBS and just all of these things, and you look at their diet and they're eating crazy. And the thing is, you can think that you're eating healthy, but again, a lot of these fake processed, you know, meats, I wouldn't call the way that I eat, I wouldn't put a label on it. I would just say I mainly stick to whole foods and I just eat healthy, like high protein. I drink a lot of water, like stop drinking juice, stop drinking soda, really focus on high protein, low sugar. And I would also say if you are having, you know, issues like fatigue or whatever the case may be, I would really recommend that you get your blood tested, because you never know if you might be low in something and that's causing you to have cravings. Sometimes being low in something can even cause anxiety and, you know, other symptoms. As for working out, you need to work out. Like, you need to go to the gym. You guys, we're adults. If you want to be healthy and live a, not even just a long life, but just like a rewarding life, a life where you feel good and are able to do the things that you want, you need to be healthy. You need to work out. You need to have good mobility, especially as a woman. As we age, you know, osteoporosis, it's a real thing, and a huge way to combat against that is to work out, to lift weights. I am so grateful that I started when I did. But even if you are my age or older and you don't work out or lift or anything, it is never too late to start. It can seem very intimidating, but I would definitely recommend following a lot of people on, you know, Instagram and TikTok, because there's so many fitness creators that will show you step by step how to do something. If you want to have a trainer, that's great, but I honestly feel like a lot of trainers are kind of scammy. I don't know. If you have something that works for you, that's great, but it's just kind of like, it is a business. So ultimately, like, I don't know. Literally just the fact that I started walking more and I lost weight, and I already thought I was like skinny, like I was like good enough. And then I was like, oh, like I would always work out my arms, and you guys have actually commented about how toned my arms look, and the workouts haven't changed. Like the lifts, the weights have not changed. It's literally just from losing fat from walking. Because even my cardio at the gym, I don't do more cardio. Like I do about 20 minutes, sometimes 30. Just the fact that I walk more. So if you don't live in a walkable city, just walk on the treadmill, take a little walk, try to take a couple walks a day. An after dinner walk is super chic and good for your digestion. So yeah, I think those are all my main thoughts. If you have dealt with anything ranging from weight loss to weight gain, to healing, you know, your gut, or whatever the case may be, please leave your tips and tricks down below. And of course you can leave any questions as well, and also let me know what you ate today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys in the next video.